Hey guys, starting my new video. So just with a daily check-in, as usual, Fitbit check-in, right? So what that says is 19,322 steps, and that is 4,131 calories. Now, generally what happens is there is like a little red heart, like there's a little heart icon there, and there's usually a number, right? It's like the middle between the two metrics there, right between the steps. See, it's that little heart. That's our heart rate monitor, so that's how I'm getting a measurement of my calories, right? So yeah, calories are 4,131. Yeah, pretty good progress for today, and yeah, really proud about that. And so, yeah, one of the things that I just wanted to discuss in this video before I go to the core content is things that I mentioned in the description of the last video, but not in the actual video. So, so that's going to be along the lines of mostly, right, is the finance aspect. So that's me going over, on a monthly basis, what my spending looks like in the previous month. So I already have like a calendar reminder every first Sunday of the month. I'll be reviewing my finances in total, but for obvious security related reasons, I feel mostly comfortable going over what I'm spending and just creating like a neat little pie chart, on a category, on a categorical basis of how I'm spending money every month, right? So, and another thing too is I thought about actually focusing on more like sober living content, right? I'm a really huge proponent of people being sober, as mentioned in previous videos and in the previous video, of course. I am someone who has never experimented with any sort of intoxicating substance. I've never really consumed any addictive substances, right? However, there's an argument to be made that I have, right? I mean, I've consumed stuff like pastries and desserts and stuff like that, which is the convenient title and um, uh, topic, as well as what I'll be segueing into from the intro, right? From this little intro here. But yeah, just before I go there, I just wanted to mention, or I guess just expand on the previous videos, content, or things that I sort of forgot to mention there, which is definitely thinking about the monthly finance piece and the like health and wellness, sober living, sort of like straight edge content, right? And yeah, so I just want to just jump in. So in regards to pastries, desserts, basically anything that's like added sugar, right? So I actually decided, I want to say this, I'm not even entirely sure if it has been a New Year's resolution or if it was something I started maybe a little bit before that. Um, yeah, it's just because every single year I set resolutions, and I want to say like maybe four or five, and I only end up keeping two, right? Like I'm not someone who abandons all of them, but I do know that pastries, right? That was something that I kind of screwed up on, right? I was trying to, tell everyone, like, because I really do believe in public accountability, and I was telling, like, I would say things like, I don't eat pastries, right? So just sort of making a statement there and putting my flag in the ground, that I'm not a person that eats pastries. And so um, I don't know how, but I ended up just flipping back, and I was just like, I just hated it, right? Whenever I take a back step, it just hurts, and it sucks in more ways than one, right? And it hurts in more ways than one because it hurts my soul because I broke my promise, and it even hurts my body. Like I don't feel amazing after I eat, like like a dessert or like ice creams. That used to be a big one. I used to just hate it. Like you just get this feeling of just like it's just too much sugar, right? It's just too much too much bad stuff, right? Too much fat or not the right kind of fat, and yeah. So one thing that I sort of discovered this year is like farmers markets, right? So of course I knew, like I've always known what a farmers market was, but I never really was like a customer, right? I would always look at them and just like, oh, I think that's kind of cool. But I didn't really consistently go to farmers markets until this year, and farmers markets allowed me to really shop around for like fruits, which what I would consider right God's candy, right, or the universe's candy, which is you know there's a ton of debate on whether or not sugar is sugar and it's all bad, or if sugar from fruits and natural sources are a better alternative and actually are quite okay for you versus added sugar, right? But me, I kind of lean towards the latter. I kind of lean towards the idea that like apples, right, bananas, which is pretty much what I eat in the morning, every morning actually, and just good stuff, right? Good fruits. Um, those things are much healthier than added sugars, right? So think about when I say added sugars, I'm referring to things like cookies, pastries, that kind of stuff, right? So anyway, the farmers markets, I discovered just so many different variants of fruit. I just discovered that like different health benefits of fruit. Usually, the people who are selling you things at a farmers market, they themselves are the ones who grow it, right? So oftentimes they're experts on their crops, and so it was really nice to go around. I actually went to a farmers market today, and I picked up dates, um, which were much to my surprise, like really sweet. I mean, just um, the the lady who's the farmer who grows these dates, right? Because they grow on palm trees, which is kind of interesting. She called them right nature's candy, and I was just like, I can see why she would call it that because these things were really sweet. I thought this was something that was part fruit and then maybe like or just a fruit and they just maybe dipped it in some kind of like added sugar or something, or just like no, like this is completely natural. I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. And I did a little bit of research on dates in particular. So my first time trying one actually today, and yeah, there's just so much history. I mean, they've been around for thousands of years, and it looks like they have a lot of history geographically, like in the sort of like Middle East, right? And so that was interesting. Anyway, I've discovered alternatives to like man-made sweets, right? And which are generally not considered good for you. Processed food in general, right? It's not good for you. And yeah, just discovering alternatives. Using regret as my guideline and as my compass for future behavior, right? I always regret eating, man-made sugar foods and stuff like that. These were the biggest reasons motivating me to just make a change. And with the new information I have, the new mindset I'm adopting in 2023, no back steps, no excuses, I feel pretty confident on cutting it out. And I'm looking forward to having you and other people in my life help keep me accountable. So that's pretty much it. Hope everyone else follows suit and looking looking forward to the next video.